people of Earth, the following podcast is not real. People will sometimes approach me on the street, and as I push them away by their face, they'll ask, what's the best way to enjoy the fake podcast? And what everyone forgets is, you can break it up into smaller experiences. Listen to the first 5 minutes, step away, leave your apartment, make new friends, feel a special connection with one of them, start a courtship, marry, have children, fix up an old farmhouse to run your candle-making business from, and... what was it you were doing again all those years ago? You know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Try this method yourself. Now, brace yourself for some live show announcements. Hello from the Magic Tavern is doing a live winter solstice show in Chicago on Saturday, December 17th at Talia Hall. According to my script, it's going to be a big one. I'll read that as big feelings of disappointment. Tickets on sale this Friday, October 7th, but Magic Tavern Patreon supporters can get their tickets early starting Thursday, October 6th. So the Patreon was worth it. That's live show December 17th, tickets available October 7th, a day early for all our Patreon friends. Check out hellofromthemagictavern.com and click the live shows tab for more info. Speaking of live shows, there are, brace yourself, still tickets for the October 14th show in Brooklyn, New York at the Bell House. Since it's almost Halloween, the show will be a live Chunt for Red October celebration. It says here the show will feature special guest Tim Sniffen, quote-unquote, playing a character in Foon for the very first time. Of all the promotional blurbs I've done, this one interests me the least. Okay, you've earned it. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Bang bang! It's me, it's your boy, Chunt. Welcome to another episode of Hello from the Magic Tavern. About 7.5 years ago, a face got ripped out.
Hey everybody. Yep, sorry, we don't have a lot of time to talk. It's the time that we usually do the podcast.
What? Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
Who the Chunt?
Chunt.
Chunt, you were outside. You're right behind me. How is... Chunt, what happened to you? You look like shit.
Kill me. Kill me.
Oh, gosh, I wish I didn't walk into the... For the first time in my life, I walked into a place first and fast, and everyone else is not here yet.
Too late.
I need 500 bones. I need 500 bones. Please, someone give me 500 bones.
I know where you can get 500 bones.
What in the hell is that?
Are you sure you're not our Chunt?
Time to go in the pipes.
What? Usidore, what the hell was that? Hey guys, what'd I miss?
Oh, I was trying to get some bones for the dogs, and then we saw sort of a
fucked up Chunt.
a fucked up Chunt, exactly, yes.
Oh, like you saw my reflection?
No. Well, sort of.
Well, that would've been a good burn.
Imagine if your reflection or your shadow stood up and walked away, and also sounded wrong.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, remember that time I ate my own clone?
Uh-huh.
Sort of.
Yeah, so you don't have to say like shadows and reflections and shit. Like I've eaten myself.
Like I haven't done that. Remember the time I chopped myself up into little bits of me and then I ate the rest of little me's?
Brag.
We've all eaten ourselves.
Arnie?
Does semen count?
What?
On accident. We've talked about this. Don't make
We
it
did it at a party
weird.
one time.
No, this has definitely come up on the show
This
before.
has come up before.
Well, I gotta head out. Good luck with your weird, fucked up Chunt.
No, Chunt. We want our regular fucked up Chunt. Come on, buddy. We gotta
You
do the
mean
podcast. I do, yeah. We'll figure out what's up with that other Chunt, who's definitely not you. Usidore.
What's up with that?
What have you ever noticed that you never see Chunt and fucked up Chunt in the same room at the same time?
Hey, I heard that. You just saw this guy.
I know, it's true. It's just like a conspiracy.
Arnie, can I ask you something? Clearly, let me roll him in. Clearly I have Eggy Baby with me now, and we're living in the dangerous day and age, and I have given it a lot of thought. You're my best friend, and
Well, thank you.
Pause. Okay. All right, moving on. You're my best friend. I guess I will not hear that
Thank
repeated.
you.
Okay. And I thought about, if you are up for it, giving you power of attorney.
Power of attorney?
No. Power of attorney. So I'm a shapeshifter, right? I turn into other things.
Mm-hmm.
So if I give you power of attorney, which is a kind of spell, that means
Sure.
when I die, goddesses forbid, you would get my shapeshifting abilities, and you would also be
Yeah,
in
I
charge of
accept.
my... Oh, well,
Yeah.
let me finish. You'd also be in charge of my estate, my will, and Eggy Baby.
Oh my goodness,
Oh.
that's a big responsibility. I only have one question.
Okay. How much does it pay?
I have two questions.
Okay.
Does it still... No reason. Does the magic spell still work if you're murdered?
Does it, actually, yes. As long as it's not by the person who
Okay.
received power of attorney. Or if it's somebody doing their bidding.
Okay.
Magic's weird. And hey, magic's weird. That's the motto for Magic Appreciation Month. So
That's
let's
right. It's
all-
Magic
Let's
Appreciation
all
Month.
appreciate how weird magic is. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Is it Weird Week in Magic Appreciation Month?
I never got to
last-
answer Arnie's question.
Oh,
I didn't notice.
all right. And that was pertaining to...
He asked me if I noticed if they were in the same space at the same time, and I never got to answer that question. So I just
You were
wanted
thinking
to...
about that the whole time we were talking?
You were talking?
So yes, this is Weird Week. Last week, I believe, was Bonkers Week. Next week is going to be Insanity Week. And then I think we end with Chaos Week. Oh, and I forgot, during Magic Appreciation Month, there's actually 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. And then next month is Mental Health Appreciation Month?
Oh, absolutely. You need it
Yeah.
after all that magic.
Right.
Sure.
You got to get your head up back on straight after all that crazy magic fucked up your mind.
Yeah. Oh, also, I almost forgot. Hello from the Magic Tavern, a weekly podcast from the magical land of Foon. Sorry, just getting into my chair here. If you've never listened to the podcast
Wait,
before,
why'd you have to clear your throat to get into your chair?
Good question.
What is that about?
I don't know. Look, hey, I let you have your mysteries. Let me have mine.
No, he got you. He got you good.
You don't let me have my mysteries.
I know. I like solving mysteries.
Yet you always talk about how much you loved Robert's stack on Unsolved Mysteries. What an interesting dichotomy.
So, like, Chunt, do you think Fucked Up Chunt is like a character you wrote in like a famous novel, and the power of your imagination was so great that it crossed over into our reality and is coming to like do evil things?
No. And speaking of you solving mysteries, a lot of times I wake up and you're in brown pants and a green shirt, and you have a collar on me, and you make these insanely tall sandwiches that can't possibly fit in your mouth. And yet you have Usidore magic them down, and then you scarf them whole. What is going on with you?
I hate it when he dresses up like that, because I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the two of you.
Oh, look, in the morning I've got Dagwood. What can I say?
Okay.
Some people in the tavern
Large, please,
physically
Daddy.
reacted negatively, like to what I just said.
Oh, sorry, let me
Let's
get into my seat.
let's try to raise the caliber of the conversation here. Where are the 500 bones? I need 500 bones.
You, sir, if I may, I'm not sure if you know of the great...
You may.
Thank you so much. I don't know. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the great wizard. I'm sure you are, Jassis. Jassis, of course, only had 250 bones, but what Jassis did was he cut those bones in half, and then suddenly, miraculously, there was 500 bones.
Were they the same size bones?
I mean, not across the board. Approximately. Do you know how hard it is to cut a bone equally? Do you know how oddly bones are shaped?
Yeah. It's very difficult to cut a bone perfectly evenly.
Arnie, picture a bone in your head. That's not all the bones. That little double knot, that little butt knob on both ends and a long, thin strip in the middle, that's not most bones.
Wait,
Most
how
bones,
did you know I imagined a butt bone?
come on, dude. Most bones are oddly shaped, so no, it's not a pure split. So Usidore, all you need really is 250 bones. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. 250 bones. Who has 250 bones for me? I'm going to go talk to the bartender and see if they have any bones for those earth dogs that we've been saddled with.
Usidore, while you're there, because I didn't really get a chance to pre-plan, could you grab us a guest from the bar or something?
Sure, I'll come back with a guest.
He's gonna come back with him in a different hat.
That's
How many,
true.
Arnie, how many episodes of that do we have? With Usidore just coming back with him in a hat.
I mean, that I've released? Very few. But
Good,
we've
good, good,
recorded
good, good.
so many. We got to start releasing
So
those as
many.
bonus content, though.
Yeah.
The Usidore Hat Chronicles,
Somebody out there would want that.
Someone?
Oh, wait, he's got a real guest.
This is who I found at the bar. She seems to be...
Hello, my friends. Look at you boys. It's so wonderful to see you again.
it's our old friend, Crone Bakeress.
Oh, Crone Bakeress.
What are the chances? I was just getting a drink at the bar and happened to look over and see this ghosty kind of character trying on a series of hats that he pulled out from his cloak. And I just felt like, what are you doing? I said, what are you doing? And he said, I'm the guest. And I said, the guests are the ghost. And he said, the guest ghost. And I said, I'm Crone Bakeress. And he said, I remember you. And I said, I'll be your guest. And he said, oh, we don't need a guest. I'm going to be the guest. And I said, no, I'd really like to be the guest. And he said, I have a hat that I've been wanting to show these guys. And finally, I just invited myself over. So if he's taking credit, it's a lie.
Which reminds me, everyone say hello to Fedorasaurus.
Fedorasaurus?
Yes.
I told you.
You're dressed like a dinosaur with a fedora?
Well, we needed a guest.
Is this because you're related to Craptor?
I am not related to Craptor. Everyone knows
Usidore.
dinosaurs is birds, but I'm not related to that dinosaur.
Anyway, Crone Bakeress, it's been a few years. How are you doing?
It's lovely to see you. I'm doing so well. I've been just thriving in the current climate. I love the strange familiar. I have a lot of drinking buddies here, and I've really diversified my business even more. So I'm in good shape.
I hate to pry. Who are some of your drinking buddies around here? Maybe we know some of them.
You love to pry.
And you have an interview show.
Well, you're familiar with that witch over there.
Which witch?
Exactly. And which witch is there? And then sitting next to her, of course, you're familiar with her.
Oh, yes. Oh, I know Chamelza very well.
Chamelza, what a fun person to play cards with. And then I've been flirting with the bartender a little bit.
Ooh.
I'm not looking for anything serious. I'm just looking to have a little fun.
Hell yeah.
We can put in a good word for you. I'm very familiar with the bartender.
Will you be doing it as yourself, or is that 70s hat reptile?
Well, I thought perhaps if the fedora didn't work, I could put on this Tambersham.
And be a leopard? I must have said it
Sure.
for a reason.
Tambersham, even looking directly at it right now, I somehow can't see exactly what that hat is.
Well, that's a problem for you, not for me. I'm going to go put in a good word for Crone Bakeress with the bartender.
Thank you,
Excuse me.
Usidore. Oh, what a delight.
Arnie, I could tell when you were thinking of what a tambourine is, you were just picturing a butt bum.
Yeah, that's usually what I imagine for most things. Crone, you look great for a withered old crone.
Thank you
What's
so
your secret?
Well, I started getting into some of the healing arts here in food, and I found a lot of things that I didn't expect were going to be so good for the skin, so good for the soul, various rocks and stones, of course, that you put in your various orifices. It's been so wonderful. I actually have been getting so much out of it that I decided I wanted to share it with the rest of food, and I created a little enclave, a little kiosk, if you will, just about, 20 paces from here, called Foop. And you can come in and just get all kinds of weird witchy stuff. I would say mostly for the ladies, but it's fun to go in there and poke at things.
Oh, Foop. Okay. It seems like you have a little menu here. Do you mind if I peruse the items yourself?
Well, I wish you would.
Okay. Potion that smells like a vagina. T-shirt that smells like a vagina.
Uh-huh.
Hair cream that smells like a vagina.
Yes, we're very vagina
Candle that
positive here.
smells like a candle, if it were a vagina. I mean, this is great. It's maybe not what I'm looking for, but it's great.
I think you loved my baked goods, if memory serves, and I have a whole series of things I sell at Foop. They're falutin-free. You know, they're not those high-walking, high-talking scones and crons and the like. These are falutin-free, so you can eat them and not feel like you're going to get any kind of a big ego whatsoever. You're not going to plump up your ego. I highly recommend them.
So your old crookies and cronuts, they were a little too sophisticated, and you're trying to, like...
I said I diversified, didn't I, Arnie? No, I still
true.
sell crookies. I actually also sell something. I've got into the pet line. Everything I'm doing is a little more high-end, for sure. Of course, I still have my basics for the peons, but I'm offering dookies. I don't know if you're interested, if there are any dogs around, but they're dog cookies, dookies.
At least one of those dogs loves to eat dookie.
Oh, my. I just looked past you and saw a sort of herd of dogs. How many are there?
500?
I thought I saw 500 dogs out there.
Yeah.
Well, you should invite the one that likes dookies in, and I would definitely leave the rest outside.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, that dog would do it all for the dookie. Like, that dog it's the dog with the backwards hat. Mm-hmm. Has sort of like a outdated style to him. Has like a thin strap of a beard.
Mm-hmm. Thin strap of a beard, yes. Beard strap, yep. Gotta keep on that bear skin with a beard strap. Now, if they're hungry, I can also, I don't know if this is going to be helpful at all. On the other side of the strange familiar, just on the outside, I sort of stumbled into I shuffled, almost like they were autumn leaves, shuffled through a bunch of, they were faces. It's like the prestige. I don't know where they're coming from, but if you think your dogs might be interested in faces that look, well, a little bit like you, Chunt.
Guys, I should explain.
I don't know if you need to.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let me put on some of this lotion that smells like vagina.
Guys, I've been going through something, and I feel like sometimes I'm not happy with what I see in the mirror, so I try and adjust things and shapeshift here and there, and sometimes it's just easier to rip my own face off. And I've been discarding them under leaves, but I guess I've done it too many times to where it's just its own little pile of faces.
You were ripping your face off a lot right before we left the tavern.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I think that Lazenby is interested.
Lazenby's interested? Tell me
I
everything.
think so.
What do they say? 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 What do they say?
Well, they were very enamored with your sort of hunched over posture.
Yes, indeed. The crooked spine
big fan
gets
of
me every time.
and mentioned that he loves baked goods, which I said you were a fabulous baker. I happen to know this already, and it's even in your name. And then the strangest thing he said, and I this might put you off, but he said that he has a vagina that smells like a candle.
Classic Lazenby. I can't believe it. I've got to ask more about that. That comes as a real surprise, in a good way.
Oh, well,
Right, well, good.
why don't you go ask Lazenby, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Magic Tavern.
Ugh, what a ripoff.
I did it again. Sorry.
Fly, you fools! Over to patreon.com/Magic Tavern right now and become a patron of the show. For only $5 a month, you get access to all of our wonderful bonus content and material and ad-free versions of the show.
And welcome back to Magic Tavern. We're here with Fedorasaurus. Fedorasaurus, what's your deal? What's your catchphrase, and and then get out of here.
I'm bringing sexy back millions of years.
All right, thanks.
All
Get
right,
out of
bye-bye.
here. Get out of here.
What? I thought that was good.
No. Yeah, that's just the
it was-
rules of the
it was
segment.
Pretty good. So Crone, how did it go?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Oh, she's mid-coitus.
Oh, I'm almost there. Hold on.
Okay.
Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your
How
thing.
did I?
Get
How
it,
did I
girl.
not
Get it, girl.
notice?
Let me gather up my skirt. Y'all, I think I'm really in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it seems like you've got a real shot.
So into me. I can't
Literally.
believe it. Now I've got to get into tricking him into falling in love with me.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
yes.
was with Foop, your new line of everything, it looks like, from the menu. What are your, for Magical Appreciation Month, what are your specialties?
Well, I hate to pat myself on the back too much. Well, it's very easy for me to do because I'm basically an S shape. But I felt like I found I came into the Strange Familiar and I started making all of my dear witchy friends that this was very much the right area to bring to the table some of these wonderful lotions and potions. So I set up shop, and obviously I have spells, perfect for Magic Month, plenty of discounts. Crystals.
I noticed a lot of your crystals, spells, the special teas. It's a lot of pumpkin mice. Seems like almost the whole menu is full of pumpkin mice.
Of pumpkin mice? Well, it's the season. I told you, when you're shuffling through leaves, you could be sure pumpkin mice is going to be on every good menu, every reputable menu in the area. So yes, plenty of pumpkin mice. I also have spell books. I have spell books for making people fall in love with you. They work best when someone is going to fall in love with you already. So that's why I was going to say Lazenby, or Lazenby, as some people say, it was going to work on him because either way he's going to fall in love with me. But if he starts shape-shifting a little bit, that probably means it's the spell.
I see.
That makes sense.
Sorry, I hope you don't mind. I opened one of your books you left on the table. That's one of the books that helps people fall in love with you. It's Arnie, it's a spell book, and it's called Let Me Spell It Out For You. And when the person who you give it to opens it, it magically appears to write the story of the exact situation you're in where you're trying to woo them.
Yes, exactly right.
Wow.
So let me hand you this book here, Arnie, and why don't you read from the first page?
Okay, let's see here. It says, Arnie cleared his throat while he adjusted himself in
I'm
his
so
seat.
sorry. I just need to stop you for a second. I know that's so rude. Could you say Arnie presented by Foop?
Oh,
I'm just trying to get the brand in there.
Sure. Should I write that in myself with this quill?
If you feel you need to.
Okay.
Can you not just say it, Arnie?
I
It's the first line.
mean, I might forget.
Okay.
Just think about it like ad copy. Well, you got to make it your own.
You don't know how much we have to edit those.
Go ahead and write it in.
Arnie, presented by Foop, adjusted his throat while he sat in his seat. I read that different.
Adjusted his throat.
It's not me.
I see what happened.
This book is trying to make me look dumb.
Arnie's right. The minute he wrote in presented by Foop, the word started to change. I think you've sort of tainted the spell. Read the rest of it with the tainted words.
It says, Arnie sat down and did the math,
That sounds right.
and then,
Just
and then
read
he
what's there.
fell out of his chair
Okay, that's not so weird.
and pooped his pants.
The rest of
That
the story
didn't-
checks out.
That didn't
I'm
happen.
so sorry. It should say fooped his pants. I'm so sorry. We're still working out some of the wrinkles and kinks. But what I can tell you, just based on what the spell had to say, is in my medical opinion, you need to replace your Arnie's apple. I mean, there you were adjusting your throat. You probably need a new Arnie's apple.
Oh, maybe.
Does it feel ill-fitting? Wiggle it a little.
I don't know. It feels weird. I never really touched it that much before.
That thing's a dud.
Crone, do you have any Arnie's apples that you could sell to Arnie?
I absolutely do. I have Arnie's apples, Annie's apples,
coincidence.
Addie's apples, Apple's apples, Appa's apples. I have a lot of different apples that start with
We're
A. So
listening. We're listening.
I have.
Apples,
have-
apples. Were you in that season?
yes,
Fall.
Yes. It's one of my favorite seasons. Like you can put a lot of fur on. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you want to come over to the kiosk afterwards, you could pick out your own. You look like you might be about a 4.
Oh, it sounds like you're a 4, Arnie.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
Well, you're a nibble bottom 4. I'd say you're a hog's face 10.
Oh, well, thank you.
But nibble bottom with witches and so many glamours, everyone's looking a little better,
Right,
you know.
Right.
Yeah, and Hog's face is completely destroyed, so I would probably look great there.
I mean, that's why I keep ripping my face off, is because here in Nibble Bottom, everyone's so freaking hot. I just feel less than, you know?
Now, Crone, do you sell one of those crystals that's on the end of a necklace that then when you give it to someone as a gift and they fall asleep, it turns into a crystal coffin, and then hawks come and take the coffin away up to your castle where you can keep them asleep for 20 years until they agree to marry you?
Yes, it's called a Crone, which works for me because it starts with CRO.
That's great.
Crone Bakeress.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, they're a little expensive. They're on the expensive side. I'm not sure you can afford one. Awkward.
Now, would you be willing to trade for,
I might
say,
be.
499
Your foot?
dogs? What? My
What
foot?
did you say?
I said 499 dogs.
So did I.
No, you said my foot. You want my foot?
I said your 499 dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
This is
misheard
so
you.
a man speaking over a woman and then pretending like she said his foot, her foot, his
Usidore.
foot, their
Wow.
foot.
Wow.
Usidore.
I can't
Crone,
help it.
We apologize. Can we talk to Usidore in
Yeah.
private for just a moment? Unless you want to be included.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. You always have a seat at the table. You, sir, come under the table. Under the table.
Yes, what?
No, sorry. It was a woman sitting
okay.
here. That's weird. That's
Should
weird.
I go under the table? That feels weird also.
No.
Is it
Here, let me just slap Usidore. I'm
Boo.
sorry, buddy. Ooh.
499 dogs? The thing is, I don't know what I do with 499 dogs.
Coat. Four coats.
I think you only need 101 for those. So, what would I do with all the rest?
Let's see, you'd have
maybe like a
95 dogs left
Waistcoat.
after you made 4 coats.
Can I ask? I've always wanted to ask. It seems like you're witch adjacent, Crone. 101 dogs for 1 coat. Where does all that material go?
Like the innards? You
Well,
want me to break it down?
I guess yes. I mean, I've never tried, but I could say, for my own fur, it would probably take me, 5 pelts for myself to make 1 coat.
Oh, you've already got a pile full of faces.
I
You
was
can make a
gonna
coat out of
say,
that.
wait a
Face
minute.
coat.
Face
I
coat.
think I wouldn't mind offering organic face coats on Foop. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, like
Are
a
you-
face mask. They put it
Yes.
on, and probably whatever shape-shifting abilities that still linger on my face skin would transfer to them and sort of tighten where it needs to be tightened and loosen where it needs to be loosened.
That is something I think I could almost guarantee. Cannot guarantee. No medical professionals weighed in on this.
Huh. Yeah, and I was just thinking you'd make a bunch of sort of weird merkins out of them.
Always
Almost.
with the Merkins, this one. I'll tell you what, once you get your new Arnie's apple, that kind of thing's not going to be uttered by the likes of you. Silly boy.
Probably going to work. Almost guaranteed. I'm sold.
Wonderful. You're just the customer I'm looking for. Now, Chunt, are you interested in having a companion that's just like you? I mean, I seem to heard some story about you eating your own clone, which seemed counterintuitive somehow. But what's the deal? And by the way, is anyone using this egg? I'd love to use it. I'm actually out of eggs, and I need to mix up some more coffin.
That's my child. And I don't mean that's like my favorite egg. I mean that's literally my baby.
Well, it's an egg. It can't be your baby.
You'd think, but when a shapeshifter and a wizard fall in love and the wizard explodes on the wedding night of the two of them, then egg is what they produce.
Mm-hmm. And have you done an overnity test?
You know what? I haven't.
I mean, we always just assumed since it came out of the explosion between the love between you and Usidore that it must be your child, but we don't know that for sure.
I guess when a wizard with a crotch full of bees next to a badger explodes and an egg is left behind, you just naturally assume that's just like the natural thing that would happen.
Right.
But I'm not a badger. I'm a shapeshifter.
That changes everything.
Yeah, now it doesn't make any
How?
sense.
What?
Well,
Damn
if you're
it.
interested in doing an overnity test, it's actually very simple. No harm comes to anyone. Crack the egg open, take the yolk, mix it into one of my batches. I do a nice batter, cook it into a cookie, eat the cookie. If the cookie doesn't make you sick, it's yours.
I don't see any, unless I'm missing something, I don't see any consequences to this, guys.
Right?
I'm having a hard time unpacking which version of that is less traumatizing.
Now, Chunt, this is your child. Squogar, Eggy Baby, whatever you call them.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Oh, sorry, I was just thrilled it's my child. Is it my child?
Well, whether or not you're the biological father or mother,
Uh-oh! Ooh!
I don't think it really matters because you have made a commitment over the years to this egg, and now I think there's an emotional bond there, whether or not it be part of your biology or not.
Yeah, even if this isn't my biological egg, I've raised it except for the several years where it was missing or on its own. So either way, I'm its father, so I don't need his test.
Oh.
Yeah, but at least for at least 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
Well, it's up to you. I mean, if you feel like you want to continue on this path, I've got your back. You know what I mean? I've got your back. I'd love your back, actually. Would you mind trading backs with me?
Yeah, let me...
Oh, just go ahead and slide that onto my, what used to be spine. And let me see if I can just... could you crank this wrist, this actual...
Okay.
Oh!
Tell me when.
Oh!
Tell me when.
When? Reverse a little. I'm looking at the ceiling. Oh, this is wonderful. I haven't stood straight and tall in so long. You all are extremely short.
So all we had to do was churn your wrist, and it straightened out your spine?
Well, because I took Chunt's spine, I have to imagine you were able to quickly duplicate one.
Oh.
Because you're still standing and not a puddle of muscles.
Puddle of Muscles, name for a band. Write this down
Yes,
in my
they
journal.
open for crotch full of bees.
Crone, I don't want to be rude. Could we use you to jack up the wagon outside and change the wheels?
Excuse me, I'm interested in Lazenby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you mean?
I meant put you underneath the wagon, use your wrist to crank and jack up the wagon so we can change its wheels.
Oh, yeah. Wagon handies.
I think it's very important that we respect the sovereignty of this child, but I understand that you're in an egg crisis, Crone Bakeress, and if you need eggs, I will speak to some of my bird friends and see if I can get eggs for you.
I would absolutely love that. How many different kinds of birds' eggs can you give me? It will affect my recipes.
Oh, well, I'm friends with all sorts of birds because I was born of a conspiracy of birds and rain and wind and fire and squirrels and muskrats that insisted that there be a champion in Foon who would come and defend us all from the forces of darkness. And then I did that and I died.
Wait, what the fuck is this? Crone, I noticed on your menu here it says eggs and legs, TBA.
Mm-hmm. Eggs and legs, TBA. Yes.
In parentheses, it says sourced from a wizard?
Yes, eggs and legs. Yes, I'm interested in... It's funny, I totally forgotten that was on there. Yes, I'm actually looking for some eggs, and, as the entry would suggest, some legs. So, if you feel like you could throw some legs into the ask when you reach out to those birds, I would soups appreciate it.
So you did ask for Usidore's leg earlier.
Well,
she just ate something tasty. Give her a moment.
Enjoy it. Yeah, don't rush.
Oh, these are so good. You know, it's so rare now that I actually bother eating bar nuts, but these are actually quite wonderful. Great work, Lazenby. Hi, thank you for your service.
Okay, let her finish.
I asked for his foot, moron.
Oh.
Honestly, I would love to give you my foot or my leg, but it turns out that I have died recently for fulfilling my true purpose, and now I'm a ghost, boo.
Oh.
So, but if I can source other legs for you, I'm happy to do so. Do they have to be human legs or elvish
actually,
legs?
I prefer they not be, unless they're in lamp form.
Okay. Well, we could do bird legs. Popular.
I mean, fuck
treats.
it. Here you go. Here's two right here.
Chunt, thank you.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh. Okay, these'll do. Any chance you've rethought the whole egg thing? No, that's too soon. You just said you didn't want to give me the egg.
I need to sleep on it.
Yeah, well, you'll let me know. It's just such a big egg, and birds' eggs are so small.
Yeah.
You grew those legs back very fast.
Thank you. And the two that I gave Crone are still running.
I didn't realize it when you took off your face and you're taking off your legs now. You very quickly, immediately almost grow back your lost appendage.
Yeah, I think I'm really getting the hang of it. My fear is that I keep ripping off body parts until I grow smaller and smaller. But nobody notices because you're around me all the time. And then one day I wake up and I'm just a mouth.
Oh, scary.
Still would work on the podcast.
Crone, have you thought about...
Huh?
Are you whispering to me, or are you thinking to yourself?
I was whispering to you. Do you think you'd want to put any badger things on your foop menu?
I have had a couple of requests for candles that smell like vagina. So, vagina would be, like a sort of a rendition of a badger. With who has angina.
Right.
Chunt, Let's have our own secret conversation. Ours will probably be. Let's make.
What are
ours
you
seem
guys
more
talking about?
Yeah, we already finished our conversation.
Nothing.
There would have been a time for you to have it, but I think it's
That
past.
time has passed.
Yes.
I was spying on your conversation. That's why.
Chunt, apropos of nothing, can you give yourself diseases?
Let me think about this. Apropos of nothing. Now, apropos
That
sounds
wasn't
like
the question.
appropriate, huh? Sorry, what was the question?
I just wanted to know, could you give yourself a badger vagina, or could you be a badger who has angina?
I could. You know what? I've never tried to shapeshift my organs to make them fail.
Could you be a badger named Polina?
I could probably shapeshift my name just by writing it differently.
Okay,
Ooh,
that might work.
I sure appreciate magic this week and month.
Thank
I also
you.
don't know if you want it, but I do have a bussy.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Even Foop has its standards.
I see you have this potion here called "He's Just Not Into You" for penetration problems.
Yes. Yes, exactly right. It's less of a lubricant and more of a suction situation
okay.
that sort of pulls the person in question deeper into whatever, for example, if their tongue is near your nose and you're wondering why the tongue's not in the nose yet, simply, it's very uncomfortable for the receiver. That's kind of the sad part. You make a little bit of sacrifice because you have to put the tube up into whatever orifice you're looking to have filled, and then you actually have to engage a series of pneumatic gears. But it will work. It will pull something. Unfortunately, at this point, it's whatever's closest.
Yeah.
So unless the person you want to be penetrating you is right there, and I mean right there,
Like practically penetrating you already.
practically penetrating me
I'd
in
hope
every
so,
way,
yeah.
like Mary
Yeah.
Poppins.
Like,
you
wait,
have to- what?
Arnie,
Wait,
we
is
told
that
you
how she
about
got the name Poppins? What?
Yes.
Arnie. Have we told you about Mary Poppins?
No, I haven't heard about Foon's Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins was
Nerry.
was a very powerful warrior from many centuries ago, and Mary Poppins would go where'er she did wish to go, and she took many a young man's virginity.
Yes.
Took a lot of young men under her umbrella, and
That's right.
they just fell in love with her. Just fell in love with her ways, the way she'd ride down a staircase. Just a beautiful, cool lady.
Yeah, and she always had this thing that was much larger on the inside than it looked on the outside, she called it her Percy. Anyway, so I feel like we're getting to somewhere, guys. I feel like there's a lot of good
to be
trading
Mary
happen.
Poppins Percy, huh? What did I say?
Exactly right. Let me see if I get this straight. I'm going to get some bird eggs, not a foot, but possibly some legs from somewhere, from you, Ghost Usidore.
Right.
I'm going to sell you, Arnie, a new Arnie's apple. Chunt, you've already given me a spine, so you'd think I'd leave it at that, but I obviously have a couple of legs of yours running around and have to butcher those at some point. Am I missing anything?
Well, I guess
When I write up the invoice, I want to make sure I'm accurate.
I guess if I'm being honest, you're missing a small thing, which is I ripped off my spine and gave it to you. I ripped off
think
two
I
of my
said-
legs and gave it to you, therefore performing what I would call magic.
And I do appreciate magic this
thank
week
you.
and this month.
Thank you.
And when we appreciate something, we say...
I appreciate it.
No, there's a specific two words that we say.
Value accepted.
I do like that.
Let's take a break.
I can get all sorts of legs.
Hey, thank you for listening to Hello from the Magic Tavern. A great way to support the podcast is to join our Patreon. You'll get ad-free versions of our entire back catalog, including all the Magic Tavern spin-offs like Offices and Bosses, I Am Spin Tax, Shadow Sit, there are a lot of them. There are 2 new exclusive bonus episodes every month, Discord, all kinds of stuff. To get more information, go to patreon.com/Magic Tavern. That's patreon.com/Magic Tavern.
And if the young man was too afraid, she would give him a spoonful of sugar to help it go down.
To help what go down?
You know.
Him?
Right.
You know, I always get Mary Poppins mixed up with, isn't there someone in Foon named Mary Pippins?
Probably. Arnie, there's probably lots of people named lots of things in food.
Okay.
You always do this. Anytime we say a name, you're like, but isn't there also this? Yeah, there is. Hey, on Earth, is there like a Clark Schmidt? Is there also like a William Holden and a Patricia Arquette?
What is William Holden in that picture I've seen of him? It
Whatever
looks like
he wants.
it looks
Have
like
you
he's
seen
holding
that
a
guy?
leg, but I can't tell for sure.
I can't tell either. Arnie, are those all names on Earth? And I just pulled those out of my fucking ass. Out of my pussy.
Well, yes, they probably are.
Okay.
Is
then
there a
shut
John
up.
Romita Sr.?
Why did you say that like you were so sure there was a junior?
I just thought I'd start with the senior, and then I'd ask about the junior.
Let me think of the weirdest name. Okay, is there a Dick Moranis?
Unfortunately, yes, I've heard there is.
What? In Foon or on Earth?
On Earth.
Have you been to Earth, Crone?
Oh, of course I've been to Earth. Did I never tell you I'd been to Earth?
What?
Yes.
How did you get to Earth?
I'm sorry, I can't reveal that.
Fair.
damn
That's
it.
fair.
But ask me anything else.
Oh, but I love mysteries.
What? What did you do while you were there?
I'm not able to disclose that. I'm
Oh.
so
You said
sorry.
any other questions?
I
Well,
did. I didn't say I'd answer them.
Well, we actually were on Earth.
Wait a second. And you know what? I can't believe I didn't notice this earlier. Crone, you're wearing an Apple Watch.
Yes. Well, if I get hungry and I need a snack on the go. Oh, my other Apple
Yeah.
Watch. Yes.
Wait,
I
the weirder
am.
thing is you're wearing two watches, right?
Yeah.
Arnie, that's weirder, is it?
Well, I have an affinity for the Earth 80s when everything was 2 watches this, double socks that.
4 belts. We were in the 80s for a while.
For some reason, the girls started wearing men's boxer shorts from the Gap, that giant hole in the ground, and they
Mind it.
wore them as shorts with tights underneath. Oh, good times. That's the kind of logic Foop uses.
Arnie, don't you always sing a song from the Gap in your sleep? Dee-dee, doo-doo, dee-dee, doo. Khakis.
Yeah, and then I dance, and I freeze in midair.
Oh,
Like this.
you're not doing it. I think in
Well,
your
the
dreams you're
listener
doing
doesn't
it.
know that.
Adorable. Let him believe. Let him believe. Anyway, any other questions you want to ask me about my trip on Earth?
Pardon us for 1 second. Arnie, we should buy everything on the Foop menu.
See, if
something
we're going to have a
in here
secret
surely.
conversation while they're having a secret conversation, we should do it at the same time.
Oh, sorry, Arnie. Now I can't hear myself.
That's really hard because I'm
Because
just
if they
like,
try to wait
really
until
wanna
their
hear
secret
what they're
conversation
saying.
starts, we can't have our
Conversation
secret
elsewhere.
conversation.
Well, if nothing...
Sorry, what?
Arnie, you should buy everything on the Foop menu. Surely something will unlock something in terms of knowledge or passageway back to Earth, because she's been there.
I don't need more things that smell like vaginas.
What?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense.
I'm so sorry. I did hear everything you just said, and I have to say, wish for something a little more specific. Chunt, you're like, I'm sure her thing has something that'll do something that'll mean something, blah, 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 Earth. Come on, it's Magic Month. Reach for the stars or the planet.
Wait, she has Earth crystals. With her fucked up naming device, that must be Earth crystals. No, actually it must be Earth istals? Earth ristals? How does
Yes,
how does
they're
this-
Earth Ristles.
Yeah, up until this point, the naming system has been airtight, so it must mean something exactly.
You mean
I
Crayer
realized
Crite?
I was being too rigid with my naming. That's why I opened up a little bit. I stretched a little bit, much like I'm able to stretch now that I have Chunt's spine. This is wonderful. Wait a minute. This is going to be a situation where, like, a couple of months from now, my spine starts making me commit crimes.
Yeah, evil spine.
I don't, not unless you kill people.
Spine crimes.
I mean, it's more likely it's going to make you commit puns than crimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I can afford any more of those.
You know, Crone, with all these new, like your new spine and everything, I mean, people are just going to think you're much younger than you are. People are going to be like, Crone, you can't be an old crone. You look like a young woman, so vivacious and healthy.
Yes, it's already started happening. That was before I got my new spine. People say that all the time. They wonder why my hair is so glossy. I try to tell them I was raised in privilege. They don't seem to believe me. They think I'm just down to earth and like I'm just into the same groovy kind of hippy-dippy stuff they are. But, people gonna think what they think.
Well, you should continue being yourself. Don't let anyone tell you who you should be.
Thank you, because if there's one thing I know, it's I'm one person and one person only. Only one person in this body and mind, and that's Crone Bakeress. Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. That's right, and I would never say anything that would break that reality.
Thank you.
Sorry, something fell out of the back of your head. Let me tuck this braid back in.
No. We don't use the B word.
Oh, I didn't call you that. Whoa. I didn't call you that.
Chunt. Oh,
Chunt.
my
Do you
goodness.
think the B word is?
Yes, Chunt, what do
Is this
you
a
think
trap?
the B word is?
Pussy?
No, a bussy did not fall out from the back of my head. Yes, it is a braid. I'm sorry, a crone can have a braid, okay? It's not just for elves
Sure,
anymore. Hashtag
course.
not just for elves anymore. Can I interest in you in one of these hashtags?
Ooh,
what I do is I
yeah.
take skin tags and make them into little hash browns.
Okay.
Oh, yum. That sounds delicious.
They're toasted.
I do love hash browns.
Kind of chewy and crunchy, which I didn't think was a texture.
You did not waste any time in popping that in your mouth.
Nope.
Mary Poppins over here.
I
More,
know.
please.
Well, I suppose I should talk to my...
Chunt.
Oh, yes.
It's
Sorry.
always the two of them who have secret conversations. No one.
I don't
should
know.
break it up a little bit. Somebody could ask you for a secret conversation. That's not me.
Here, Arnie, have a secret conversation with Braidwynn while I have a secret
With who?
conversation with
Okay.
Chunt.
With who?
I mean, with Crone Bakeress.
You know, I'm a little bit worried about Crone Bakeress because, you know, I know that she's really Braidwynn in disguise as an old woman, and I can't tell if she's lost track of reality entirely or what.
Chunt, you want to get drinks after this?
Absolutely.
Without Arnie?
We've earned it. Also, I was being nice. These hashtags are terrible. I think they're stuck in my throat.
Pretty nasty.
I'm so sorry, Braidwynn. I'm just listening to that conversation.
Wait, who
right
did you?
now.
What? Who? Why is it?
Oh,
What are you doing? Why are you?
I lost track of who
Why
I'm
are
talking
you
to.
saying those things?
No reason. Look, hey, you be you. Whoever you need that to be is
Wow,
totally
you
cool.
be you. 3 letters said concurrently. Nice
But
job,
you know
Arnie.
what? The one person I'm not going to say that to is you, Chunt. You try being someone else for once.
What?
Yeah. When was your last birthday? Why don't you be 40?
I probably am. Let me just
You too?
rip off these faces. Rip off all these faces. Rod Stewart, is that a name as I rip these faces?
No, don't turn yourself into other things, Chunt. Nothing compares to you.
You mean it? It's not just a cover?
No, wait, no, it
Prince
was a cover.
Arnie,
It was
you're
just a
Prince-
cover. I just really wanted to say it.
Rip. I rip my face in front of you. Live in front of you. That's how I feel about this face is you.
Boo!
Wait, hold on. We're not all in agreement?
What are we talking about?
Why are you surprised? Why are you surprised someone booed you when you ripped that photo?
Well, now I'm going to shave
And
my
so
fur
am I.
off.
What did you think was gonna
I'm gonna
happen?
shave all my fur off, because fuck y'all.
Oh,
This
Chunt.
has grown so specific.
Oh, your spine?
Yes. Yes.
It has grown specific to your
it's
body.
grown spinific, and that's terrific. And I just want to thank you so much again for sharing it with me. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. Me and me alone, Crone Bakeress.
Yeah, Crone Bakeress.
Crone Braidress. Clone Braidress. Brain
No.
closeness.
Let me realign the spine
I'll
here.
get those eggs. I'll be right back.
Let me realign your spine. I forgot to tell you, sometimes, and this happens to me, because you have the spine of a shapeshifter now, you will get what's called spine drift. Now it comes in many flavors. There's, I believe, raspberry. There's the iced tea version. There's a lemonade iced tea version. There's, I think, lemon
Oh, I thought the
lime.
iced tea version was more a hip thing, like your hip hops.
Oh, maybe it is. What is spine
Got
drift?
it.
What are the flavors? Anyway, your spine's going to continuously drift, and you do need to realign it, or else it'll throw off your whole thing.
Oh, I don't believe in chiropractic. That is total quack stuff. Not like my foop.
Let me get all the crystals you're offering.
Oh, don't take that dark crystal, by the way. That belongs to someone else.
Oh.
Wait, it's
is this-
back?
When did this come back?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a couple of years ago.
Oh, wow. Oh, can I ask, just because I'm interested in starting my own businesses as well every once in a while, what's your crystal method?
My crystal meth?
No, method.
Oh, I guess I'm not really much of a method man. So I tend to just go with my gut.
Boy, is my face red, man. Hey, Ghostface. Killer. Joking.
Okay, this is all the eggs that I could get in such a short period.
Why
I
did you
have
have to put them all in that one basket? Oh, Usidore.
well, I only had the one basket. I have 3 ostrich eggs,
so you counted them
20 robin
before
eggs.
they hatched?
Well, they were ostriches, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, 20 robin's eggs, 75 chicken's eggs, and 6 sparrow eggs.
This is a real haul. You really do have friends in high places. Except for the ostriches.
Right. That was a wonderful play on words. And yeah, I'm so sorry that this is all the eggs I could get. If I had more time, I'd be able to get you thousands, I'm sure.
Well, I'm very happy to start with this batch. I have so much baking to do. I get so many gluten-free orders here. I can barely fulfill them. Of course, they don't realize that I actually use eggs. They think that they're, that it's also egg-free, but what they don't know.
Won't kill them. We have to keep her baking, you guys, so she doesn't remember that she's Braidwynn.
But would it be a problem if she remembers she was Braidwyn? I mean, she went into hiding because of the Dark Lord.
She makes it seem like it would be a problem.
I guess that's true.
Who are you guys talking about?
My Aunt Anne.
Anne?
Your Aunt Anne?
Sorry, let me finish my sentence. My Aunt Anne, my uncle.
Oh, your aunt and your uncle. Wonderful. I thought I heard you say something about gets upset, keep her baking, etc., etc. I bake. I don't know if you know this, but I bake. You could see how I would draw the conclusion that you might be talking about me.
Well, just a coincidence today.
Now listen, what I'm hearing from you is that whatever friend this is, or your aunt and uncle, whoever that is, it sounds like they have low elf-esteem. Go tell whoever this is that's suffering from low elf-esteem that they don't need to worry about it. Tell them what's wonderful about them. And, I'm sure they'll cautiously come out if good news is given, etc.
Okay, well, we're just talking about a friend we miss. It's just a great warrior who kind of went away because she was afraid of the Dark Lord, but maybe hasn't heard that the Dark Lord is dead now.
I should ask, are you afraid of the Dark Lord?
No, I live among witches. I love the dark.
Oh.
Lord, I could not tell you the last time someone asked me that question.
Yes,
But
obviously.
yes, I'm very afraid of the Dark Lord. Of course I am. Please.
And also, I forgot to ask, Foop, is that in vogue?
Could you ask me again without sounding like you just took a satisfying sip of soda before you asked? It's a weird thing I have.
I don't know that he can.
I truly... Let me rip this shit-eating grin off my face.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Okay. Foop, is that in vogue?
So, I'm sorry, what? You're asking me, what are you asking me? What are you asking about what's in vogue?
Is Foop in vogue?
Oh, yes.
Or is that salt and pepper?
Foop is very in vogue. It's destiny, child.
Are you confusing Foop with Shoop?
Oh, yeah, I think Shoop is really in vogue right now. Thank you, Matt Young.
All right. I don't know who you're talking about.
I guess if anything, you'd be Matthew Middle-Age.
Okay.
Go.
Why don't you? I'd love to see you rip some of those claws off since they're out.
Well, I should point out what Arnie said is absolutely true. The Dark Lord is dead. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a ghost, would I?
No, he's not dead. No, I would have heard.
Everyone in Foon is talking about it. It's ushered in an age of peace.
Really?
Right. Many people believe that I killed him. Some believe that Drip Fang killed him. The truth is,
One guy thinks I killed him.
And
Who's
I
that?
helped.
It's Shaken Pig.
So you're telling, and this isn't a prank. You're not playing a trick on me. It's not a fun joke among pals.
You don't see any hidden blue jays, do you? If there are hidden blue jays, then maybe this is a prank, but there are none inside here.
Well, unfortunately, I can't see them if they're hidden, so they could be there.
Oh,
you
good
see,
point.
that's the problem with that logic.
I'm to blame.
Well, if I were to feel confident that such a thing were true, then, who knows what could happen. But I don't feel confident about it at all. I don't trust you. Don't take it personally.
Arnie.
No offense.
Arnie, to be fair, we are lying.
Oh, you really got glum.
I think she's smart to realize that we're lying.
Oh, yeah. I guess maybe we're going down a bad path because I guess technically the Dark Lord isn't dead.
So, should we try to convince her to come out, or should we leave her be?
I mean, our plan is for the Dark Lord to stay out of commission forever, really. So, like, it should be safe.
Yeah, out of commission. I like that. Yes, the Dark Lord is
guys.
definitely out. Oh, sorry.
Chunt, I'm sorry we already did this.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Crone and I are bored.
Fair. That's fair.
You can't entertain yourselves.
Well,
For
not when
20
two people are
seconds?
whispering next to you. It's hard to entertain yourself and concentrate when two
So
people are
much hissing.
whispering.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that the Dark Lord is definitely out of commission. That's absolutely the truth.
Okay, when you use a term like that, I need to ask some questions. Number
Yeah.
one, does that just mean he's like someone's agent, but they're not paying him his commission?
No.
Does it mean that he's like some sort of military thing that gets taken out of commission?
Sort of. It's probably not literally what's happening, but I suppose that could be a metaphor used to describe the situation.
Because I wouldn't use that term to describe a dead person or a dead being or a dead evil spirit. I would say they are dead and gone. I wouldn't say they're out of commission. So unless you think I can't handle hearing the word dead or the word gone, which I assure
Well.
you I can, then I don't believe that this is really over.
I think it's a very common phrase, you know. Oh no, I hit that cat with my cart and I put it out of commission. What a sad, sad story to tell. And then, I think that he is gone. That version of him that existed is definitely dead.
No body, no being, no essence, no spirit, no nothing. Just completely does not exist anymore?
No body, no cry.
Yeah, at least some of what you said is accurate.
Which part?
Yeah,
No
the
body.
important ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is just something I'm going to have to sit with. I'm going to talk about it in my group therapy. I'm a bit of a Eeyore of that
Oh,
group.
you mean your foop therapy? Your foop therapy?
My foop therapy. That's right. I've forgotten that I'm trying to wedge in as many references to foop as I possibly can. So yes.
When you say that you're the Eeyore of the group, is that a lot of times when they ask you to speak to your truth and how you're feeling, it's a lot of like, or like you can't commit, you're waffling?
No, I mean like, you know how in Foon we have musical boats and there are different keys for the different oars. I'm the E oar. So someone else is the G oar, someone is the
Yes.
F oar. Of course, everyone wants to be the C oar, but we can't all be the C oar. So
No,
I'm the
you
E
can't.
oar.
Core blimey.
Now, Chunt mentioned waffles, and I'd love some.
Well, in the morning I'm making some, I told you.
Oh, can I have some now?
Smash potion! Some potion once made me some waffles!
Oh, wonderful, thank you.
Have you? Oh, I'm being rude. Would you like?
I'm so sorry.
Crone?
That felt like the end of something, and I just was taking a moment. I was just taking a moment to imagine
you're
what
right.
that would have been like. That's all.
That's the
That's
end
all.
of the podcast.
Hey,
as
just
we
when
know
someone
it.
starts smashing potions around and singing songs,
Sure.
you know, it's I don't, and I know I didn't pay much admission for the show, but it's like I like my nickel back.
Would you like, Crone? Would you like to take some smash potions with you on the road?
You know what? Do you have any smashing pumpkins?
Ooh,
yes.
for the season, I think that would be perfect.
Right?
You have some, Usidore?
I think that hobbled goblin came through and smashed all the pumpkins.
Oh, he was so melancholy and infinitely sad.
Well, I mean, if I can't have a smashing pumpkin, I'll take a smashing potion.
Corrigan, blimey.
Would you want it tonight?
Arnie, what happened to your voice?
No, I don't know. Wait, isn't that
It's
how
the
you pronounce
Arnie's
it?
apple. It's acting up. I told you. You
Gotta get a new one.
Wait, how do you pronounce tonight?
Oh, let me say it.
Tonight.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's wrong with
isn't
my
that
voice?
what I said?
Here, let me adjust my throat.
Tonight.
What is
Crone,
wrong with me?
Yeah, Crone, how do you say it?
I say, let's see, tonight, oh. Is that not
Best
how
one
you
yet.
say
That
it?
was the best
I
one.
don't
That
know.
was
It
the
does sound like she made it right.
And I was going to. Well, listen, again, we've had a lot of fun. There's a lot of things. I just need to make sure.
Wait,
I just-
you're running the podcast?
No. Again, I just need to make sure. This is the thing. Here's what happens to me frequently. Okay? I have a nice talk with someone in the strange familiar. You know, it's like you're like, oh, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before, yet you're a stranger to me. And then you realize, like, oh, you're a strange familiar in the strange familiar. And we get to talking about food. And then, you know, I'm doing, I don't want to say I'm pushing a hard sell because, I'm a silver-tongued. I can get someone to buy anything. But sometimes what happens is I think I've made a sale. I think that there are going to be transactions that are going to happen, and then something happens. Someone smashes a potion and disappears. Someone tears their face off, but it doesn't grow back. Things like this.
Two things I did.
And then I end up without any business. So I just wanted to make sure that if you were thinking of leaving or moving on from this conversation, that we had a deal that all of the... First of all, Usidore, you've already given me the eggs, so I don't need to worry about you. I want to thank you so much for these eggs.
You're welcome.
And the foot. And Chunt, obviously, you've given me... my own
You
backbone.
forgot? Oh, I was going to say, yeah, spine and legs. I know it's not a huge gift.
What was it? I remember appreciating it. Yes, you gave me your spine. You've given me the legs that, frankly, I'm pretty sure they've run off or the dogs have eaten them by now. So we're going to count that as a little bit of a zero-sum game.
Of course.
Arnie, I know you're going to buy a new Arnie's apple from me. Usidore, I'll tell you what, I'm going to knock 50% off the Crofin. I can't give it to you as an even trade for the eggs. Eggs just aren't that... they're just not worth that much. If you want to throw in that giant egg next to you, Chunt, still open for business. Am I missing anything? Again, am I missing anything? You actually owe me quite a bit of money for ruining that book by writing Presented by Foop.
What? No, you told me to.
Well, that's for you to settle amongst yourselves.
This is so embarrassing. Every time I think I'm having a long, rewarding conversation and getting to know someone, I realize that I'm just in the middle of a transaction that I forgot about.
Well, I know it's paltry in comparison to all the things we offered you before, but would you take these 8,000 gold pieces instead?
I'm sorry, did you say, I know it's poultry compared to what you had before? Because
I desperately wish I had.
Or did you say it's adultery?
Roger.
What? Yes, confirmed, Arnie, confirmed.
Money! Yes. No. Just take these. Just take these gold pieces instead. I know it's not what you wished for, but perhaps they can help in some small way.
Well, I will take these gold pieces because it's a known thing. If you stick the gold piece, well, that's a story for another time.
It's
but
a
let's
gnome
just say
thing?
they have real healing properties for gnomes.
Oh, what it must be like to run a modern lifestyle brand.
It's wonderful. Listen, if I could jump in the air and freeze right now, I would.
Well, why don't you throw your hat in the air and see what happens to that?
My hat?
Yeah. Is that a wig or what is that?
I just have hair on hair. That's not a big deal, is it?
No, I guess not. It's just... I'm sorry, if you have hair and you're wearing a wig on top of it, I just consider it a hat.
Oh,
Well,
would you like to borrow
that's
one
like
of my
putting a
hats?
hat on a hat. I don't know.
Wait,
if we need
hold
to do
on.
that.
Hold on.
I have plenty of hats. Oh, if we need hats,
Okay,
I've got tons of
toupee.
hats.
Look, Chunt, Crone, I can say with confidence, you're both wrong.
What?
Would you like to offer a correction, or are you just all about telling someone they're wrong?
No, I'm just going to jump in the air and freeze because I definitely can.
Arnie. Oh,
Okay.
wow. You broke that table in half. Buddy, I told you that was in your dreams. Oh, he's really hurt. We better end the episode. Arnie's pretty banged up.
Got a straw boater. I've got a deer hunter.
I think I need to give him one of my spines as well. Here you go, buddy.
Oh,
Here
it
you
doesn't
go.
mean as much now that you've given it to someone else so quickly. Arnie, no, that's not the Arnie's apple. Don't swallow that spine. Bless.
Man, what a crazy episode!
Oh no, this guy.
Get out of here, fucked up Chunt.
Back in the pipes!
Okay, so if memory serves, Braidwynn, the warrior elf, has been in her Crone Bakeress disguise for so long, she's forgotten she was ever Braidwynn? Identity can be such a slippery thing. Best not to think too much about it. Apologies. I felt strange for a moment. Let's see, where was I? The script says here, add specific compliment for episode. I don't think we'll be needing that. Usidore the Blue was played by Matt Young. Chunt the Talking Badger was played by Adal Rifai. Crone Bakeress was played by special guest Janet Varney. Check out both of Janet's great podcasts, The JV Club and Braving the Elements, the official companion podcast to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Janet is the voice of Korra, in case you didn't know. Hello from the Magic Tavern is an independent production, made possible by a bunch of supporters of the Magic Tavern Patreon who I don't have the strength to mention by name right now. It's too much. I'm not a perpetual voiceover machine. I cannot talk about Ori, Dante, Nicholas George Stahl, Matt Marciniak. I'm not going to mention Ian Big Dog. That's how they wrote it. Ian period Big Dog period. Two different entities like Gollum and Smeagol filling out a tax return. No Rachel Steiner, Nadia Wakabayashi. Who can forget the Wakabayashi Maru Starfleet exam, where you have to rescue Fozzie Bear from a no-win situation. Let's not discuss Martin Black, Jennifer of Rochester, maybe not something to brag about, Brian Van Meter, Rachel Judd, Josh Helmick, Lord of Hippopotamuses, Leonard Rose, Rachel Aldridge, Ron Crawford, and Brewster. They add, he's our beardy dog and listens regularly. He loves badgers. Brewster, if you're listening, I don't think you understand any of this, no matter how much magical thinking your owners heap upon this moment. Patrons get all kinds of perks, like ad-free episodes and at least 2 new bonus episodes each month. Last week, they got an additional bonus scene officially announcing the names of Chunt's buttholes. It must be Oscar season. Here's a very short clip.
I'll leave you a little care list, but just so you know, they're a little picky. They only eat from Butthole Foods, which I know can be very expensive.
You don't even feed them from Trader Holes?
Fuck. Fuck, that's good.
Just get them something from Jewel.
I'm going to say that clip could have been shorter. To learn more about supporting the show, visit patreon.com/Magic Tavern. Hello from the Magic Tavern is produced by Arnie, Niekamp, Matt Young, and Adal Rifai. Post-production coordination by Garrett Schultz. This episode edited by Sniffen, Dranger. Hello from the Magic Tavern logo by Allard, Laban. Magic Tavern theme by Andy Poland.